Are you looking to use Wrike to handle any type of movement of work within your organization? Well, let me do a review for you that is going to rock your socks off. Hi, this is Lynn from Encore Bookkeeping. Now we use it to control all of the workload that comes into our facility from the minute a customer walks in the door to the minute we send it off to an accountant. But you can use it for your business too. Although Wrike is a full project management software, I'm going to do a review to sort of show you how workload can move throughout your organization. It can be used for anything way beyond the bookkeeping or accounting industry. Anywhere where you want to keep track of work that moves from one place to another and has to go through various amounts of people. So here, the way Wrike works is you have an administration account. I'm just going to jot over there for just a moment. And you have one account, which is the administrator. And then you assign different user accounts to this particular user, as you can see. And so we have this one, and we have two different users. We have Bob and we have Susie. So on the administration account, you set up various folders over on this side, which can be named whatever. You can have one or you can have 100. So in our particular case, we're going to talk about controlling workload. So we have three folders: workload, completed, and working instructions. This working instructions one's really cool. Wait till we get to that one. The existing current workload is basically a ticket that we create when a customer walks in the door. So it'll be at the start of your process. The workload ticket has a number of things that are a checklist, and you can actually set up that checklist and just repeat it over and over again. So I don't do this for every ticket. Once we get that checklist, every user in the system now starts to do something on that workload. So we're going to take this, let's take this one, the here and now. So this ticket was created, which I'm actually going to explain to you at the end of the video. But this ticket was created, and you can see the person who's assigned to it is Susie. And that's really easy to assign somebody. It's just to Susie. Now let's go look at Susie's dashboard. Okay, this is Susie. So Susie looks at her My Work, and you can see that she's got the Here and Now ticket. It's been assigned to her. So when she looks at it, she can see here were some of the updates that were done. Oh, Lynn updated the description. And what exactly did Lynn do? This is the description that was updated at that point in time. So Susie says, thank you, I contacted the customer, let's just say. And she does a comment, and it stays on her dashboard. Now you can see this little notification coming up in the corner. Half of it's cut off, I'm sorry. But if you go back to the admin, you can now see that this admin gets this notification, which can either come on your desktop or it comes into your email. It's a setting you can do. And here's Susie's particular settings. So let me just make a comment here as Lynn. You can see I'm logged in as Lynn. Let's go back to Susie's dashboard for a minute. And you can see that there are updates, and it tells you where the new updates are. So sometimes these tickets can get really long with comments, and it's nice to be able to see what the updates are. So we're still logged in as Susie. So Susie finishes her thing, and she knows this process. Let's say, is there something here? Let's say one of this checklists says you have to assign it to Bob when you're done for Bob to check. So if that was one of the checklists, she would check it off. Then she would assign it to Bob. Let's assign it to Bob, and we're going to take herself off. So Bob now, and you can see here's a little ticket that came up in the corner, and I'm sorry that is cut off a bit. So Bob now gets this ticket. So here is Bob's desktop. So if we look at My Work for Bob, you will see here's the Here and Now. It's been assigned to him, and here's some information. So Bob clicks into it. He'll see the main ticket, and he can go down and look at all of the updates that are happened. So now Bob is done. He wants nothing more. This ticket's done, and he can change the status to any 4 statuses. He can just check it, and it becomes completed. And that ticket is now completed. If I were to look at Lynn's dashboard in this current workload, you'll see, just refreshing the screen, it's gone. And on Susie's, it would also be gone. Can I pull it up again? You bet I sure can. Just show me all the tickets which are completed. And here's the Here and the Now right there. It's completed. So that's a really cool way to move workflow from one person to another person to another person to another person. really advantageous. I know certainly in our industry, and I could think there's probably many industries where that would be super advantageous as well. Like I said, I know it's project management software, but it rocks the socks out of controlling what moves around and where. Let's go to the working instructions. I'm going to show you how this one in particular works. So there is, whoops, we are in completed status. Let's change this back. So this particular ticket right here is called workload. And you'll see we put this in nice big red letters just so people could see that. And here's our checklist. And let's just add a checklist, for example. So here's the particular checklist. Now, a customer for us walks in the door. That's the start of our process, but whatever your process is, the start of the process. If you duplicate this ticket, and let's call this Sadie and Jack's Fishing Company, and duplicate. You can see there's Sadie and Jack's now there. Let's drag this into the current workload where it belongs. And we're going to assign Susie to this one again. And of course, we're going to take this out. Now we're going to modify. But you can see, let me go into the current workload where we'll find that ticket. There it is. You can see now that we have all of the checklists that came from that master. And here's the one that I did. So now Susie gets this ticket, she gets an email, and she starts working. You can set deadline dates if you want to set a deadline date. You could. There's a timer in here. You can say, I want one to finish before the next one starts. So all kinds of things. There's very little that we can actually not accomplish through Wrike, which is why I love it so much. So then Susie does her work, and then she gets to the end. It says, oh, I have to assign Bob. So again, the same thing. Susie's working through. Whoops, I'm logged in as me here. Let's go to Susie's dashboard. So here's that ticket, Sadie and Jack's Fishing. And some of those are checked because I did them. And let's just check a couple more. And now I'm Susie, and I see assign to Bob when it's done. It's like, okay, I have to assign to Bob. I have to remember to do that. She takes her name off. So now Bob, you can see this notification. Now Bob is getting this notification, and again, it's up to him what he wants to do with it. Whoops, I gotta go as Bob here. Here it is right here. And Bob has all the new updates and notifications about what's happened. It's really cool within the organization. It's so hard to lose anything. It's difficult because Wrike tracks every step that happens when a description is changed, when a time is changed, when a date is changed, when it's been reassigned. It's really hard to lose it. I know with ours, sometimes we have 500 or more tickets in there, and we just never lose. They don't go away. They don't disappear until they're dealt with and addressed with. And it has created an incredible organization that I couldn't possibly have imagined any other way. The other thing that it's really done is it's taken totally away the he said and she said. Oh, I gave that to you yesterday. Well, because Wrike tracks everything that happens right down to the date and time that it actually happened, you kind of lose that. And wouldn't it be great to lose office politics of that nature? It's fantastic. So hands down, Wrike is the best workload flow program that I have ever seen. And I've tested a lot. I have 13 employees, and trying to make sure that all those employees do the exact same thing at the exact same in the exact same way and not losing work, you can imagine that's huge. And we just have such calm and peace by using Wrike, mostly because we have these checklists, and as well because we are able to make sure that we don't lose any tasks. So our contact details are going to come up at the end of this video. If you want to use Wrike, or you're considering using it and you want to ask us some questions about it, feel free to give us a call. I would love to answer your questions. This is Lynn with Encore Bookkeeping. We will chat with you soon.